Hey everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I thought I'd come on for Saturday Morning Makes and show you some projects I've been working on for AdornIt. If you've been following my channel, you know that I am an ambassador for the Dianna Marcum stamps for AdornIt. And I recently showed a whole bunch that I got, including the September recipe club stamps and the October one. So I made some projects with some of the September stamps, and they're all available and on the AdornIt website. So I will link them down below in case you're interested in purchasing them if you're not a part of the recipe stamp club. So I'll show you the stamps and the projects I made. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know. And I wanted to say thank you to Jill for continuing with the Set More Makes hashtag. I think it's a great idea to, bring the community together and see what we've been working on all week. I'm very happy that Set More Makes is around. So I will link Jill's channel down below too, just in case she is the host of Set More Makes and the originator. So let's get started, and I'll show you the first project. The first one I made is with this stamp set, which is the add-on for the Recipe Stamp Club for September. But like I said, it is available on the AdornIt website. So this one is super cute. I love all the pumpkins and the scarecrows, but I did use this stamp only this time, and this is my very favorite, probably in the whole release. I love candles, I love pumpkins, and I love the idea of putting the candle in the pumpkin like that, make it kind of like a candle holder basket. And there are oak leaves and acorns and berries, and it was just so fun to make a project with that. So I made a tag that I wanted to show you, and I think it came out adorable. Isn't that cute? I stamped it on some 80-pound white paper with my Memento Tuxedo black ink pad, and then I colored it with alcohol markers, just like a whole bunch of different ones I have in my stash. No certain brand. I just look for the color that I need. So I colored it, and then I used my Nuvo Aqua Shimmer to add a little bit of sparkle to like the flame and some of the wax and some of the shading parts. And then I had this little like chipboard sentiment that says happy. I don't remember where I got that from, actually. I tried to bring over things that I use, but that must have slipped my mind. But anyway, I thought that since it's so small, it just fit perfectly on the side of that pumpkin there. And then after I was done coloring it, I cut it out with a scallop die set that I also have in my stash that I've had for a long time. And I cut it out twice of, well, the 80-pound paper, and then also this like butterscotch craft paper. And then I inked the edges with Distress Oxide and Vintage Photo, which I always like to do, especially with cute things like this. And it just kind of makes them look a little aged and just kind of cozy. And then there was a hole in the top of the tag, but I made it a little bit bigger with my Crocodile and used one of the smaller eyelets to just finish off the hole there. And then I threaded some twine through it. This is like tan and burgundy twine that I had gotten, I think like at TJ Maxx or something a while back. So if you're curious about how big this stamp is, I will measure it. It's about not even 2.5, almost 2.5 inches side to side, or up and down, and then side to side it's about 1 3/8. So good size for a tag, and this will be so nice on a autumn present or something like that. So that's my first project. The next one, I made a card, and I used this stamp set. This is also available on the website. This is called the Autumn Elements 6x8 stamp. So it's a big stamp set. The other one is a little bit smaller. As you can see, I think this one is 5x7. So this one is 6x8. And this one comes with lots of different patterned acorns. This is the one I use that says autumn is a season to find contentment at home with a cute little fall farm scene. And it also comes with this sentiment: let the seasons change as they may, but hold fast to your true friends, and you're my favorite nut. So this is a really cute stamp set, and I just had to use that scenery one because I just fell in love with it when I first saw it. So I made this card, and I did a little paper piecing. I stamped it onto some white paper, again, the same one I used here, and also onto this like tan gingham that I printed out from Etsy. And then I just cut out the tan one and glued it on top of the other one. And I colored the scene with alcohol markers again. I really like how the tree turned out. I wanted it to look like some of the leaves had changed and some hadn't yet. So that's what I did. And the other ones in the background, I colored some red and orange and just, you know, different colors, tried to vary it a little bit to give it a little bit of dimension and shading, and I think it looks really cute. I'm not the best colorer, but you know, I think it's passable for sure. And this die that I cut this out with is a penny black set that I use frequently. It's this set, and it's called Zigzag Stackers, I believe. Yeah, Zigzag Stackers. So I used the biggest die for that. And then I used some red AC cardstock to kind of frame that part of the, or that layer of the card. And then for the background, I used some brown AC cardstock, and I used an embossing folder on that. I used this one from Joann's, and this was the first time I'd used it. It's just like a leafy one. I've had it for quite a while, I think. I think it's from, 2019 it says, so. I don't know if that's when I got it, but I've had it for a while. And I chose this one because it does have leaves on it, and also it was big enough for my card. So I like to use AC cardstock for embossing because even if it cracks a little bit, you don't see any white through it, so that's good. And then it is very glittery, as you could see. So when I was done, I sprayed the whole thing with some glitter dust. This is the silver one, and it works really well. I think I got this at Frank Garcia Studio a while back. It lasts for quite a while. And I just love the colors, and I think it's a really pretty fall card. Let me measure this stamp for you. I won't count the little stem there, but not including that, it's about 3 3/4 inches top to bottom. And then the widest part is about 3 3/8 or so, you know, approximately. So the card that I made, I think it's like a custom size card once again. Yeah, it's almost 6 inches top to bottom, and then like 4 3/4 almost side to side. Like I always say, when you make your own cards, you can make them any size you want. And I was thinking about adding buttons to the corner, but you know what? I just want to keep it simple, keep it nice and flat, keep the focus on the coloring and just how simple it is, because it's supposed to be kind of like a calm, peaceful card, and I didn't want to go crazy with the embellishments. You know, the sparkle of glitter, I think, is enough. Isn't that pretty, that sparkle? Oh, I love that. And this spray does not warp your paper at all, which is wonderful. So that was my second project. Hope you like that as well. My third project is my recipe page for my recipe book that, again, if you've been keeping up with me, you know I've been keeping recipe books with all of my recipe stamps, and this is volume 2. So this is the one that I've been showing recently. This was April of this year, the cowboy beans. May was the pineapple loaf. And then June is no peak beef. July is tea party cakes, which I love this every time I see it. And then, did I skip a month? Let me see. April, May, June, July, no, August. Okay, so this is August, mushroom soup. This was the last one I made, and love the colors of this. I used an embossing folder on this one as well. But so now we have a space for September, so let me show you that one. And the stamp that I use, which I forgot to show you, is this one. This is the main recipe stamp for the Recipe Stamp Club for September, and it's Pumpkin Pecan Coffee Cake. Love this one. Like I said, I love pumpkins and just love the detail of the bow and the berries. It does come with this additional little stamp too. I didn't use it this time, but it kind of mirrors the one that's in the stamp itself. And there's a great looking recipe, which I will get to one of these days, hopefully. So this is the card that I made, and I made it 6x8, which fits into my Simple Stories snap book. And I think it came out really, really cute. As you can see, I did a little paper piecing again. I stamped it onto that same 80-pound paper that I get at Walmart. It's the it's Astro Bright brand. And then I also stamped it onto the orange and white gingham paper, which, if I remember, I will put a link down below to the Etsy page where I purchased the gingham that I showed you here and in the card too. So, yeah, so I did some paper piecing and a little bit of coloring, not too much, and then I added some Lawn Fawn clear glaze on some of the elements, on the berries and the heart, just to kind of make it really nice and shiny, and up there as well. I didn't want to go and fussy cut all those berries. I didn't think I could do that, so I just kind of did like a little irregular border there and edged it with some light gray marker, so it looks like it's intentional, that I meant to keep it there, which, if I could have, I would have, cut it out, but I left it like that. I think it looks okay. So I popped that up onto a little bit of dimensional tape because I have this ribbon behind it, and this ribbon I'd gotten at Dollar Tree, and just kind of used some Fabri-Tac to glue it onto my pages. This paper here, this blue one, comes from, I brought over some paper pads. This one, Cottage Place, from DCWB, which I got, I believe, at Joann's last year, 2 years ago, 2021. So that was that paper. And then this pretty one in the background with the leaves, and some of them are gold. That comes from Farmstead Harvest, which I got from scrapbook.com scrapbook.com this year. And this is a great 6x8 sheet. And then AC cardstock in the back of that, like that butternut squash color. And then I tried to find the button die that I used for this, and I can't find it. So it's in my craft room somewhere, but any button die would work. First, I was going to use actual buttons, and I had them all tied and everything, but they were just two-dimensional. And I try to keep things really flat for my recipe books, so they don't warp the page or warp the sleeve. So I did it again and put them onto some, or cut them out of some brown paper, tied some thick thread through them and a bow behind them, and just glued them onto the page. I used some Nuvo drops in the corners of the layering pages. This one I used orange, which is Nuvo drops ripened pumpkin. And then on the leaf page I used gold. Oh, this wasn't Nuvo drops. This is Pops of Color from scrapbook.com, and this color is glitter gold. So that's my page, and I really like how it came out. I love the fall colors. Like I've said before, I don't really craft for fall that much generally, but I have been having a lot of fun crafting for fall this year. So I think it's a break from my usual pastels. I love pastels and I love crafting with them, but I seem to do it for every season. So, it's nice to change it up a little bit. So we're adding this into my recipe book. This is, again, a 6x8 sleeve. And just when you put your pages in, you want to lift it up carefully to go over the raised areas so they don't get stuck. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I was having trouble getting past that ribbon, but it worked. I'm glad I didn't use actual buttons because that would have been difficult. So that is September, and yeah, I really like it. I think it came out so cute, and I hope you liked it too. I will link all of these stamp sets down below that I used, the 3 different ones, and I hope these inspired you to, do your own fall crafting. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to seeing what everyone else is doing for Saturday Morning Makes. If you've posted a video or Instagram post or something, I'm gonna go check them out. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be back soon. Bye.